is the martini time of day.
Martini? National Martini Day.
How should one celebrate National Martini Day?
It's martini time.
Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred.
Who's like you have to hump to get a dry martini around here?
National Martini Day.
Medium dry martini, lemon peel, shaken, not stirred.
It's martini time.
2 martini lunches, the order of the day.
Every picture my daughter draws of me now has me with a martini glass.
Now, what was it that you ordered? A martini.
A martini day, and why not, I say, right? As good a reason as any to celebrate.
Straight booze, Gomez.
It is 6:09, and we have 72 degrees out there getting started. Headed to, again, mid-80s, much like yesterday. And then the difference today, maybe a good old-fashioned strong thunderstorm late in the afternoon, sometime between, say, 3 and 7-ish. Keep an eye out for that, but we will enjoy, as it turns out, the last full day of spring. But that's okay.
True.
Finally, we made it here. Text line is 605-8874. You can also join us here in the stream chat of QSportsTalk.com, where people are getting their notifications that we are indeed streaming, and the cameras are on here live from the world headquarters in Armory Square of Galaxy Media Partners, and then live from the loft at the home office. How are things this morning in the greater Baldwinsville area?
Oh, it's a little muggy today, but that's to be expected. And, a lot of that rain. The flowers are happy.
Yes.
The any low spots are not. It's a little squishy out there, but not too bad here on the west side.
Yeah, we yesterday was a golf league day at the links out at Erie Village, and we missed the rain. But
Good.
then driving back to Cicero, we were just below the Mendoza line there of where the rain came, and where it did fall. I know parts of the Finger Lakes. There was part of the thruway yesterday that was flooded in down to one lane near Rochester that got it pretty good. But at least where we were yesterday, we kind of dodged that one.
Yeah.
More of the same here today, as you would expect. But again, welcome. And excuse me, text line is 605-8874, as mentioned in the morning to those who have already sent along some greetings, Frankie, etc. Also tonight, another bike night at Sharky's with Off the Record. 6 o'clock, they take the stage tonight. Why not break up your week and then, more importantly, get a head start on the weekend? And now that summer tomorrow officially is here, that's when people will start to maybe take some long weekends, get their vacation days in, etc. But why not start that early tonight with a stop at the Sharky's Bike Night and Off the Record festivities getting underway at 6 o'clock. Highlight of the day yesterday for you was what?
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Learning all I could about Coca-Cola stocks and all of the dividend paying investments you can make.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about that with Lee yesterday. But markets are closed today because of Juneteenth, which celebrates the end to slavery. So if you were like, I'm going to invest on Thursday. No, you're not. You're going to have to save it till Monday.
It's all right.
That's
tomorrow.
okay.
Aren't they open tomorrow?
Or tomorrow. Yeah, I think they do open back up tomorrow.
All right. Well, that's cool.
So, yeah, but today's Juneteenth. So markets are closed, no mail today, and a lot of those things. A lot of people have the day off, making a 4-day weekend out of it.
There you go. Coming up later on this morning here at 8:30, Brandon Steiner joins us from Collectible Exchange and What's It Worth. Here's the deal. If you have some sports memorabilia that you would like Brandon to take a look at and then tell you how much it's worth, today's the day. Get a chance to do that at 8:30 on camera on QSportsTalk.com. And, of course, you can just call. I know it's the old-fashioned way, but the phone number is the same. It's 424-8599. When we get to that segment, again, at 8:30 with Brandon Steiner. It is also a ticket window Thursday coming up on the 27th, which is next weekend. Jackyl will be rocking the award-winning Vine showroom at Lago Resort and Casino. Listen for your chance to text in today and win a pair of tickets to see Jackyl. Good old-fashioned straight-ahead Southern rock, with including the solo that Jesse James Dupree plays on the chainsaw.
Nice
rock. I mean, it's it is. They are all in with that. Let me see your other notes here today. 7 o'clock shots. Obviously, we'll do some celebrating as we do each and every day. Aside from that, we'll have some science coming up a little bit later on here this morning. and then get you caught up. I know there were a couple of nuggets yesterday that we didn't have a chance to get to, so we'll go ahead and do those today.
Very good.
Which is cool.
A lot of science. I think I got some robot science for you.
Nice. And then also Question Impossible coming up here in a little bit. And we'll locate Central New York's smartest person alive. That is something that you can brag about all stinking day long. Aside from that, just checking that last-minute notes for guests, etc. I think we're good to go for the day. But it's always fun because every now and then there's a surprise.
Yes, always.
Does not seem to be the case here this morning. So what do you say? Let's shove off here on the party barge and get things started. It is 6:15 right on the stinking button. Straight ahead, Elisa has some of the local headlines making the news.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll be right back here.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Good morning, Missy and Chief and Todd and Melissa and Bill. Hello, hello. Hi, Larry. Hi, Rita. Hi, Velcro's mom. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Oh, that's cool, Poppy, with the blue heron. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Let the dog out. Early this morning, it's warm. It's warm here. So we're not used to it. So once it gets warm, I don't know about you guys, but it's like, it's warm outside. What? I understand all those, old-timey Southern paintings of ladies in big dresses on fainting couches. It's like, heat is not my thing. Oh, what do you have, Poppy? A car or a motorcycle? What'd I miss? What did I miss? Oh, your car. Go to the Nationals and buy a better one. People sell those cars all the time. Okay, hold on. Sorry, kids.
to tell us, there's only, so many times in life you can act like a kid, right? And you can play the sport you love. So, chewing the bubble gum, being a kid, and just kind of playing free was kind of the theme and why Coach did it. And just I always continue that tradition, and still to this day, it's bubble gum and Starburst.
Here we go, 20 seconds. Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105. That is Tom Petty there. It's Gomez and Company here. Just about 6:30 on the stinking button, and already a pretty muggy start to the day. Much like yesterday, mid-upper 80s differences. Today, cold front later in the afternoon, so a chance of some good old-fashioned strong showers and or some thunderstorms late afternoon, early evening. So keep that part of the day in mind. Aside from that, from text here at 605-8874, another suggestion for a garage tour stop, which we are always looking forward to and always looking for more. That in advance of the Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals at the New York State Fairgrounds, presented by the McGuire family of dealerships in Sweetgrass, coming up really a month from this weekend. It's July 18th, 19th, and 20th. Next month, already making plans. The event side of the building here, always buzzing because there's always something big happening. This is the next big one on the calendar, so it's fun seeing boxes arriving and trophies arriving for all of the different categories, banners, posters, things like that showing up. It's an exciting time for us, and we're looking forward to it. And we'll be there, and you'll hear more details on our involvement, broadcasts, appearances, etc. But nonetheless, thank you for that garage tour stop suggestion. And in the meantime, circle that weekend on your calendar, July 18th, 19th, and 20th. You can go online, get your tickets, or get your car registered if you want to do that. Go to SyracuseNationals.com. Lisa, how about some of the local headlines making the news here?
Well, the Syracuse Fire Department was called to a home on Milton Avenue yesterday afternoon. 4 people were in the home at the time. 6 people will be displaced from this incident. Crews found that a fire originated in the basement of a home from an electrical malfunction, and it was put out in about 20 minutes. The basement and first floor were heavily damaged by smoke and fire. Other parts of the structure sustained minor smoke and water damage. No injuries were reported. Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh is out with a comprehensive list of city services he's being forced to cut due to the cuts made by the Syracuse Common Council to the budget. The Common Council unanimously rejected the mayor's spending plan for the 2025-26 fiscal year and his objections. The Syracuse Police Department was heavily hit. They will lose their cadet program, its shot spotter technology, and loses some of its partnership with Liberty Resources for its mental health response. The Syracuse Department of Public Works is being cut by almost $4 million, and $1 million is being cut from the Syracuse Fire Department budget. The total budget cuts by the Syracuse Common Council amount to approximately $3.5 million. And another act has been added to the free shows at Chevy Court. And
he's planning on continuing with regards to his team.
Coach Simmons Jr. used to tell us, there's only, so many times in life you can act like a kid, right? And you can play the sport you love. So, chewing the bubble gum, being a kid, and just kind of playing free was kind of the theme and why Coach did it. And just, I always continue that tradition. And still to this day, it's bubble gum and Starburst.
Bubble gum and Starburst. Do what you got to do, right? If that helps out the motivation. But congratulations to the SU grad and alum Reggie Thorpe, now officially the SU women's head lacrosse coach. Aside from that, we'll go to New York Yankees, where they scored a run. They actually scored last night. I know it sounds like crazy talk.
I know. I'm so glad that, you got to start feeling bad about yourself.
Yeah.
No runs? None?
None for a while, but here's as the drought was broken right here.
Driven deep to right field. Fair ball, it's gone. It is gone. Finally a run. The Yankees are on the board on the Chisholm home run. 30 innings of scoreless ball just has ended with that blast.
That's good news. The bad news is they lost 3-2. So how many in a row is that now?
So that's 5 in a row.
Okay.
That's 4 out of the last 5 series they've lost.
Oh, boy.
And Aaron Judge has gone cold. He is 3 for his last 27, 17 strikeouts, 3 walks. 2 of them were intentional. Only 2 homers, 2 RBIs. His batting average, 368. Still a pretty good baseball player.
Still good. I mean, Jazz Chisholm, that was great. He's hitting 222.
Yeah.
So it's
He's double-digit homers now.
There you go.
10 homers.
Nonetheless, up next for the Yankees, one more afternoon game today at 1:05. They'll try to right the ship against those same LA Angels. Our game day coverage today will start at 12:25 here on your home for New York Yankees baseball, TK99 and TK105. Elsewhere, the New York Mets taking on the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta getting the better part of it, but pitcher Chris Sale helping out his cause in the win against the Mets.
Weak grounder. What an effort by Sale. Oh, my. Athlete, baby.
He's an athlete, baby. 5-zip. Atlanta shuts out the New York Mets. Out west, the LA Dodgers taking on the San Diego Padres. And in this case, Will Smith, your hero.
I make this look good.
No, different Will Smith here.
Sends one the other way. This time back towards the wall. It is gone. Will Smith ends the night. A pinch hit home run.
4-3, the LA Dodgers beating the Padres last night. Elsewhere in College World Series, as they're getting down to the nitty-gritty, LSU taking advantage of some errors, some miscues on the part of Arkansas to win their game to advance to the finals.
This ball is hooked to left field and a bad read. It goes off of the left fielder's head, Davalon. Both runs are going to come in, and we are tied again. Oh, my goodness. He slipped, and it looked like it went right off of his body.
I felt bad for
He
that
does
kid.
get one to hit. It's off the glove of the second baseman, and here comes Hernandez. LSU is on to the finals. They pitched to Jones, and it bounced off the glove of Cam Kojal.
And the final score 6-5 as LSU advances to the Men's College World Series to take on Coastal Carolina, who had no problems at all with Louisville.
Into left center field, and Barthel drops it in. Alexander scores, and the balk proves costly. 9-3.
That one's going to hurt.
That one's going to hurt. The final was 11-3 for Coastal Carolina, winners of, I think, 26 in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
The teal is for real, as they're saying. But the College World Series getting underway this Saturday. It's a best of 3. It'll be LSU and Coastal Carolina. Local baseball, if you went last night to NBT Bank Stadium hoping to see a New York Met on rehab assignment, Mark Vientos did not play. However, pitcher Frankie Montas did not well, as he's down on a rehab assignment from the New York Mets. Gave up 5 earned runs, a couple of strikeouts, but in his 14 innings of work in his rehab assignment here with the Syracuse Mets has given up 21 runs in AAA baseball. So I would say there's a better chance of seeing him again in a Syracuse Met uniform than Mark Vientos in a Syracuse Met uniform. Probably. So the Mets have they got some work ahead of them.
I'm pretty sure Vientos will play again tonight. They probably just rested him because it's a hamstring. You don't want to do that 2 days in a row. There's no need. So you still, I think, have a chance, depending on how he does tonight, how he wakes up tomorrow. I think it's it. So I'd say go tonight if you want to see him.
And tonight, honoring the late Van Robinson, his wife Linda will be throwing out the first pitch, part of the Juneteenth celebrations tonight at the NBT Bank Stadium. So get on out and catch the ball game. Aside from that, NBA news, yesterday, the LA Lakers sold by the Buss family to the owner of the LA Dodgers for $10 billion. $10 billion. They were talking about it on a PTI with Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon.
Do you want to go to the full disclosure about how close you are with Mark Walter because he's a Northwestern boy? Or do you want me to say it?
Look,
Okay.
He's a Northwestern
All right,
alum.
so look.
He's a trustee. Somebody I know he still lives in
Yeah.
Lincoln Park. I love that he's bought the team.
Nothing is going to change with the Lakers. Nothing is going to change because what Mark Walter has proved with the Dodgers is he spends a lot of money and he acquires good talent. Under his watch, they got Mookie Betts, they got Freddie Freeman, they got Shohei Ohtani, and they've won. They've won championships, as the Lakers have won championships. And yes, the Buses get all the credit in the world drafting Magic, trading for Kobe, signing LeBron, signing Luka. So I think it's going to go on the same trajectory that it's been. I don't think you have to worry. I don't think LeBron's going to say, oh, get me out of here. I don't think any of that's going to happen.
There you have it, $10 billion. The Celtics earlier in the year were sold for a little over $6 billion. Yeah. The most valuable American sports franchise. Now your LA Lakers. And, we have Lee Baldwin in here on Wednesdays talking about good investments. Jerry Buss bought the team in 1979 for $67 million. The Buss family sold it for $10 billion.
Wow. You thought $67 million was a lot. Like, wait a minute. Yeah. What?
Yes, the former chemist turned real estate magnate, Jerry Buss. But, big news in sports.
It just it basically gives the Lakers deeper pockets because the Lakers were run by the family. That was their business. That was the Buss's business. This is not Mark Walter's main business.
No.
So they just have deeper pockets to go get more players, to upgrade facilities, that kind of stuff.
That's it. But nonetheless, that dominating much of the sports headlines from yesterday. Locally, Boeheim's Army adding 6'11" Noah Starkey to their lineup for the TBT coming up next month. He played most recently this past season with Buddy Boeheim on the Oklahoma City G League team. Now 9 total commitments for Boeheim's Army. Last but not least, the Greater Syracuse Sports Hall of Fame announcing their inductees for this fall. Among them, Tom Coughlin, the former SU running back, and then obviously Super Bowl winning head coach of the New York Giants, Frank Rosselli, the local pitcher in the 1989 West Hill Girls State Basketball Championship team. Those ceremonies take place in October, so congratulations to them. It is already 6:42. We'll take a break here, and we will be right back.
TK99 and TK105. You're hanging with Gomez and Company.
The Hyundais are here. That's right. 400 Hyundais.
I don't know what it means, but Jeannie Buss will stay as governor of the team. That was also apparently Mark Cuban's role when he sold the Mavericks, and you saw how that worked because he did not trade Luka.
No.
So who knows what governor of the team really means?
I don't even know.
But she's going to stay on as that, and I think she's holding like 15% ownership. But Mark Walter bought the Lakers, I don't know how many years ago, for a minority stake, and in the agreement, he had the right to veto any potential sale before going through him. So, I mean, this has been in the works for a minute.
Well, yeah. It's, guys like that don't get that rich.
Yeah.
Just throwing caution to the wind.
But, no, they're about to spend. I mean, one of the other Dodgers co-owners is Todd Bowley. He bought Chelsea Football Club. I think they've spent $1.45 billion on players. Since he bought the team. So the Lakers are about to spend so much money. And they have it now. Yeah. They have the ability to now.
$10 billion.
That's not going to get topped for a while. You're like Utah Jazz won't top that. My thing is, because it was a family-run business, I wonder if like Hal Steinbrenner looks at that, because the Yankees it's the Steinbrenner family business. The Yankees, they don't have something else, and I wonder if he looks at that and he goes, I own the Yankees. It's arguably the biggest sports franchise in the world. Do I sell? Because he could get $10 billion for the Yankees easily now, and it puts then the Yankees, then they're back on the pedestal with the Dodgers, because they're nowhere near the Dodgers. They're actually one of the poorest teams in the league, ultimately, because Steinbrenners don't have another business really.
I mean, the old man was a shipbuilder.
Yeah,
this was like he kind of got in there, worked with his hands.
Yeah.
Usually the kids screw it up.
Well, they have.
Yeah.
Hollis screwed that up big time.
He wants to own nightclubs and racehorses and fun stuff. His old man was a shipbuilder.
But I wonder.
First generation.
But if you sell it,
are the ones who have their heart and soul in it. The family generally doesn't.
Yeah. Well, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive on this, but I think they own Yankee Stadium. I think the Steinbrenner family owns Yankee Stadium. I don't know for sure. Maybe that's owned by someone else. But I wonder if he looks at it and goes, hey, we are not on the same level.
Well, if you sell it, then you don't get to be the owner of the Yankees anymore.
No, yeah, but
you know,
you could. I don't know if they have governors in baseball.
You can leverage it.
Yeah.
You could probably leverage it and get some cash.
Well, I wondered if they've ever looked at selling. I don't think they own 100% of it, but just for the sake of this, let's just say they do. I wonder if they've ever looked at selling 49%.
It's a good question.
The main owner or majority owner. But yeah, so
it would be
according to the internet, and of course it's always true.
Absolutely.
Yankee Stadium is owned by the New York City Economic Development Corporation.
Sure.
Economic Development Organization for New York City owns it.
I'll go with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
President Andrew Kimball.
Sounds official. Well, that's the other thing is, you look at the map, they have the richest owner in baseball.
I was going to say, so the Yankees have to rent Yankee Stadium. I wonder if how does that work?
Yeah.
Well, even in sports, just as a local example, the Syracuse basketball team rents the dome to play basketball there. Even though the university owns it, they actually have to rent it.
Yeah.
And if they didn't have to rent it, they would be, probably the most profitable college basketball program, but that comes out of their
massive amount
out of the money. So they got to pay rent to the university to rent the dome to play basketball there.
Interesting.
So much like the same, and I'm sure obviously there's tax advantages.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've got it all worked out.
If you lease your, the Yankees lease whatever, then that's a huge deduction for a business.
Sure.
Blah blah blah.
There's always a tax deduction or reason.
There's
for it.
always a reason.
It's the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules.
Makes the rules. There you go.
That's how it's always been.
I don't know. It just makes me think: could the Yankees next year or two, could they be sold?
Yeah, I mean, if you were in your neighborhood and the guy, your next door neighbor, sold his house for an ungodly amount of money,
you would
be
sell
like,
yours.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See what they got?
Yeah.
Why don't we get out of here?
Yeah. It's very true.
KVB offer based on condition of trade. Not all trades will qualify. See dealer for details.
Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
Already 6:47, working our way through. Thursday morning could be active weather-wise later on in the day. It's a hot, humid day, upper 80s, and then a cold front rolling on through late afternoon, early evening, so keep an eye out for some strong showers and or thunderstorms, which might roll on through. Yesterday, parts of the Finger Lakes got some real heavy rain, like 4 inches of rain in a short period of time, flooded parts of the Thruway. So you might see a little bit of that today. And on to next week, starting on Sunday, where the feels like temperature will be near 100.
Yeah.
And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week as well, but we will officially be in summer.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, I mean, it makes sense, right? That you'll get some of those super hot days.
Yes.
Early in the summer. Yeah. Where the air feels heavy.
Yes. See here, the text line is always available to you. It is 605-8874. And also someone passing along a link to an update for a story that we had brought you yesterday regarding the liquid death cans that Ozzy Osbourne had drank out of. You know, they were just empty cans, and they sold them for $450 each, and they sold out.
Yeah.
According to an article accompanying that from the folks at Liquid Death, it says, quote, now when technology and federal law permits, you'll be able to replicate Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
And enjoy him for hundreds of years into the future.
Sure. With his DNA on it.
Yes. Ozzy Osbourne then putting out a statement where he said, quote, clone me, you bastards. Go ahead. As he gets set for his star-studded farewell show coming up in July in Birmingham, England.
Yeah, that should be Liquid Death's next television commercial. Just all the different versions of Ozzy Osbourne. Would you start cloning Ozzy? Prince of Darkness, Scientist, Blizzard of Oz, all kinds of things.
Good stuff. Thank you for that update. Appreciate the link. Tell you what, coming up next hour, we'll locate Central New York's smartest person alive with Question Impossible. But the top of the hour, we'll do some celebrating as we do every morning with 7 o'clock shots and shout outs. We will do that next.
You're listening to Gomez and Company.
I was wondering, would you get like prime Ozzy or would you get today Ozzy?
I'd get today Ozzy. That's far more entertaining.
Just bring him to kids' birthday parties.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want a 22-year-old Ozzy. That's a handful.
Head off your pets.
Yeah, just be wrecking your house, drinking your booze, killing your pets, bad things.
Oh. If you get today's Ozzy, do you get a Sharon that comes with him?
Yeah, a handler.
Or his kids, whatever his kids are.
Yeah. The cloned Ozzies come out. They just wake up and start going, Sharon! Sharon! This is built into his DNA. They are one now. They have the same DNA. Yeah. They're like, conjoined twins.
This is my cloned Ozzy, and this is the Sharon that just randomly showed up.
Yeah. It's Ozzy walking around with his clones to do things for him.
I'm shocked he hasn't tried that yet.
I'm Ozzy. I need to clone myself. Yeah, I need to clone myself to get things done. Because this Ozzy wants to do drugs over here.
We have the drugs Ozzy. We have the surgery Ozzy. We have the mumbling Ozzy.
Snorting ants off concrete Ozzy. Fighting bat heads Ozzy. It's all that.
So this will go right up to the top here.
Okay.
And then we will celebrate here. Let me grab a couple of last second clips here.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
It's always there beside. I don't know if you in the logger or not. Yeah, I guess. A-Rod had his 3,000th hit on this day.
Oh, okay.
So I just threw that in there if you, I don't know. I just thought, why not? I know the Yankees have accomplished something every day. They've been around for how long? So I'm like, every day I'll look it up, see what I can find.
We do have a feature this day in Yankee history that we've been doing for the...
Oh, that's true.
Okay, I got it.
That's a good point, actually. But yeah,
there we go.
I don't know. If you wanted to.
Yeah. Do it. All right,
Lou
so
Gehrig was
right
also
thing.
born today. Found that.
I might have put that in there, actually.
All right. Good day for the Yankees.
Got about a minute here. Get that 7 o'clock on the stinking button. Don't try that at home.
WTKW FM and HD. Bridgeport, Syracuse. WTKV, Minetto, Oswego. You're listening to Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
It is 7 o'clock, right on the stinking button. Do not try that at home. Cloudy downtown at the moment. It's 73 already, but humid. It's a muggy start. You can feel it when you walk out of the house or open up the window. And then later on in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, a chance of a good old-fashioned, strong summertime shower or thunderstorm. And I say summer because it technically is tomorrow. At what time?
Oh, goodness.
I don't know, but I know tomorrow is the first official day of summer. So to be expected. Just keep that in mind. It'll be in the upper 80s today. Cooling off a little bit tonight. Tomorrow, 70s back hot again next week. At least 2 days in the mid 90s, maybe 3, which would officially constitute a heat wave. But that's okay. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. Solstice officially occurs at 10:42 p.m. Friday night.
There you go. Aside from that, leftovers, sports related. Best of wishes to Hulk Hogan, who's in the hospital, but there were rumors that he was on his deathbed.
Oh, my.
But his people, when I say his people, I guess I mean whoever his people are, putting out, he's got surgery for neck and back issues. Which, that is no surprise to somebody who does that for a living, to have neck and back issues.
Yeah.
But representatives clarified to TMZ that he's not in critical condition. In fact, he's already up and around after having the neck surgery. He is not in his deathbed.
Okay.
Don't believe everything that you see on the internet. I know that sounds crazy because I think maybe 20 years ago they passed a law that said you can't put anything on the internet that is not true.
That's not true.
And that is not true either.
No, if you've seen that on the internet, that's not true.
But we wish him the best for Hulk Hogan. Along those lines, at some point, you'll be hearing some details about this year's edition of WrestleCuse. That's all I can say at this moment.
Okay.
Regarding that, as there has been activity and meetings with that event that we started a year or so ago. It's a lot of fun, but that'll be coming up before you know it. But aside from that, it's a ticket window Thursday coming up on the 27th. Next week, Jackyl rocking the award-winning Vine showroom at the Lago Resort and Casino. Listen for a chance to win tickets today on a ticket window Thursday. When the window opens up, you'll know all about it, and that's when you can call in and win some tickets. That said, Question Impossible here in a little bit. Right now, however, reasons to celebrate, which we will do with a Lipton and the hard iced tea lemon-flavored beverage that we've been enjoying for a while now. Where would you like to begin with our celebrations?
Well, we should start with Juneteenth celebrations, which, of course, celebrate the end of slavery in America. It marks the day in 1865 when Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced that enslaved people were free, more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued. So there's a bit of your history for today.
Some cheers. There.
Yes.
Let me see your birthday wishes to celebrate. Oh, did you have a birthday or anything or anybody?
Good.
From showbiz, from music and rock and roll, happy birthday to Ann Wilson from Heart. Strong.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Ann. And was it Ann Wilson that was at the fair a couple years ago?
Yes, she was.
Ann, right?
Yeah, I was there, and she was fantastic on that Suburban Park stage.
Sure.
And that stage has really come a long way. It's a beautiful spot. Great spot for a concert.
Elsewhere from the music world, happy birthday to, I think, one of the original judges on American Idol. Wasn't Paula Abdul?
Yes.
One of the originals on there. You know, like...
when she would sound drunk, arguing with Simon, but she wasn't.
Probably, early when I first started here, we had an interview on the Celebrity Hotline with Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
And I think they were married. Were they married?
I think they
might
were.
have been married at the time we talked to him, or like shortly after it ended.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Paula Abdul having a birthday today. Also, Dirk Nowitzki having a birthday, the former NBA player and first ever Euro-born player to be an NBA MVP. So a tip and a hat to him. Also from the movies, happy birthday to Kathleen Turner.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a whole bunch of things, including...
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. And in Romancing the Stone.
Yeah, she was great in that. And War of the Roses.
Yes.
That was also great.
Birthday wishes also to Mia Sara. Mia Sara, the actress, who has something, I don't know if it's on Netflix, out kind of current, but you haven't seen her in a while. Most people would know her as Ferris Bueller's girlfriend.
Oh, slow, dear. Hurry along now.
I guess that's my dad.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Mr. Rooney. Ed. You're a beautiful man.
Thank you.
They also birthday wishes here. I think is today would have been Lou Gehrig's birthday, correct?
Yes, 1903.
1903. Also would have been the birthday of one Mo Howard.
Leave him alone.
The Three Stooges, man. I mean, how can you not like that?
Yeah. We need more Three Stooges t-shirts. Remember when everybody had some goofy Three Stooges t-shirt? We need to bring those back.
I mean, how do you even listen to this like 100 years later and not find this funny?
Leave him alone. Quiet.
That's entertainment right there.
Yes.
Also, cheers from the history books. The very first Father's Day celebrated on this day in 1910 in Spokane, Washington. 1934, happy birthday to the FCC, for good or bad, better or worse. This is the day they were founded and formed. Also, from the On This Day file. Okay. If I can find it here. Well, one of them is On This Day in Yankee history. What year was this, Velcro?
In 2015.
Okay.
2015 for Alex Rodriguez.
Got 6 games at home to try to get one more hit to get to 3,000. High fly ball, deep right. Martinez back, track, wall, see ya. He did it in style. He joins the 3,000 hit club with a home run.
A-Rod from the New York Yankees in 2015, and I've kind of lost track. What year did he leave? What year did he retire?
Oh, God. I think he retired the very next year. I think 2016 was his final year. But his comeback is incredible. He went from hated to he's now loved.
Yes, he is.
Everyone loves him now.
Yes, he is.
Because he broke up with J-Lo.
Exactly. Also on this day, the 1984 NBA Draft.
Who are represented here by owner Charlie Thomas and his daughter Tracy, select Akeem Olajuwon of the University of Houston.
The number 1 pick.
It is official.
Portland selects Sam Bowie, University of Kentucky.
Number 2 pick.
The Chicago Bulls pick Michael Jordan of the University of North Carolina.
He's the number 3 pick.
The next pick goes to the Dallas.
A big man.
Dallas selects Sam Perkins of the University of North Carolina. The Philadelphia 76ers select Charles Barkley of Auburn University.
Not a bad first 5 selections there in the 1984 NBA draft. John Stockton was also a first rounder. I think he was picked like 16th or something by the Utah Jazz. But that happened on this day in 1984. Also a sad day for Sopranos fans. James Gandolfini died on this day.
Yeah.
You know,
Isn't he in Italy?
I think it was in Italy.
When it happened?
He owned an Italian restaurant in Oneonta.
That's
briefly.
right.
And, you know, he was, after all said and done, he was 51.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know.
On this day.
I got a baguette in my pants 24/7.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. Heart attack?
Yeah.
Didn't he have a massive heart attack?
At 51.
Oof.
So, I mean, you know, eat the cake, as our beloved Mimi would say. Life is short. But also, just from all appearances, he did not appear as though he was taking that good care of himself.
No.
Back at the time.
Yes.
But nonetheless, that happened on this day. Also, among other things, today is National Martini Day. National Martini
Medium
Day.
dry martini, lemon peel, shaken, not stirred.
Vodka martini. Shaken or stirred? Do I look like I give a damn? Would you get me a medium dry vodka martini?
What is
Shaken, not stirred.
You can't beat a dry martini shaken, not stirred in the pub round the corner from Spy HQ.
A martini, shaken, not stirred. Yeah. Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Jazz. That'd be a good day for big stinking martini on a hot day. I know our pal, comedian Tom Papa, enjoys a beverage once in a while.
I drink so much more now, so much more. And not like that fun happy hour drinking either. Ever since I had kids, it's more like standing alone at the kitchen sink kind of drinking. Daddy's a lot more fun when he gets some of his magic juice inside of him. Every picture my daughter draws of me now has me with a martini glass. It's just a triangle, a stick, and my 3 fingers. Yeah, 3 fingers. She's not that bright, but she's a good kid. She makes a mean drink, too. You'd like her.
Velcro, who'd you like to throw in there for 7 o'clock shots in shout-outs?
On this day, 2016, Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Probably the best NBA Finals I have seen in my lifetime. LeBron comes back down 3-1 to beat the Warriors. And then a shout-out. It's warm.
It's warm out. Thank God.
It's going to finally be warm.
Like for real warm. Not that fake warm we had last week where it's like 48 at night. I mean, it's like summer warmth.
Yes.
So there I have it. Salute and cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It is 7:13. What do you say we go about the business here finding Central New York's smartest person alive?
Pop quiz, hot shot.
It's time to play Question Impossible to find the smartest person alive.
Get this right here. You can brag about it all stinking day long. Here you go.
All right. Each year, 100 million of these are sold worldwide. Every year, 100 million of these are sold worldwide.
No.
No, that's 10 billion.
10
the
billion.
same amount that somebody paid for the Lakers. No, I'm just kidding.
Man,
100 million of these are sold worldwide.
100 million. I don't know. Xboxes. I don't know.
That's a good call.
That's a really good one. No, it's not Xboxes. Velcro.
I'll go Beatles albums.
Beatles albums, after all these years, still popular.
That's a really good guess. No. Each year, 100 million of these are sold worldwide. What is it?
424-8599. If you want to give it a shot on the phone or text a guess in at 605-8874, we'll get your guesses after Skinner here on the Classic Rock Station. We'll get some on the phone here.
Okay.
Hi there, TK. What's your guess?
All right, I'm going to say seconds because every time you watch them, you lose them.
Hang on a second. Hi, TK. What's your guess?
Gomez, I'm going to say condom.
Hang on a second. TK, what's your guess?
Good morning, cell phone.
Hang on a second. Hi there, TK. What do you think it is?
I'm going to say stop. Every time you watch them, you lose them.
Not the right answer. I love the guess, though. So far, I would call you the most valuable listener of the morning with that, but not the right answer. But thanks for the call. Bye. TK, what do you think?
Good morning, cell phone.
Another solid guess. 100 million. Not the answer, but I'd be interested just out of curiosity. But thanks for the call.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You too. TK, what do you think it is?
I'm going to say condoms, Gomez.
Condoms, Frankie. It's not. I think we should be selling at least that many based on what I can tell, but it is not condoms. How are things on a golf course early this morning?
A little foggy this morning, Gomez. 35.
And are you making arrangements for some potential heavy rain later?
I'll be done by then. I started early, so I'll get it done quick on that.
Not the right guess, Frankie, but thanks for the call.
All right, let me see it.
Yep. Frankie the grass cutter.
According to the AI overview, between 1990 and 2013, they sold between 1 and 7 million albums annually.
Wow.
It hasn't been updated in 12 years, but my best guess is it hasn't gone down. So, that's insane.
All righty, 20 seconds here.
All right.
Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105. Skinner there, Gomez and company here. It is 7:17 as we look for the correct guest this morning in Question Impossible. Again, Lisa, the question is what now?
Each year, 100 million of these are sold worldwide. What is it?
424-8599 to give it a shot on the phone here. Hi there, TK. What do you think it is?
I'm going to say socks. Every time you wash them, you lose them.
Not the right answer. I love the guess, though. So far, I would call you the most valuable listener of the morning with that, but not the right answer. But thanks for the call. Bye. TK, what do you think?
Good morning, cell phone.
Another solid guess. 100 million. Not the answer, but I'd be interested just out of curiosity. But thanks for the call.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
You too. TK, what do you think it is?
I'm going to say condoms, Gomez.
Condoms, Frankie. It's not. I think we should be selling at least that many based on what I can tell, but it is not condoms. How are things on a golf course early this morning?
A little foggy this morning, Gomez. 35.
And are you making arrangements for some potential heavy rain later?
I'll be done by then. I started early, so I'll get it done quick on that.
Not the right guess, Frankie, but thanks for the call.
All right, buddy. See you.
Yep. How about some of the incorrect guesses from the stream chat of QSportsTalk.com?
Let's see. 100 million of these are sold worldwide each year. Fake giant pandas. No. Bikes, gallons of ice cream, copies of the Bible, beach towels, golf balls, flip-flops, sprinklers, cases of water. Let's see. plastic bottles, bacon sandwiches, bags of ice, sandals, popsicles, computer games, coolers, more beach towels, and Three Stooges T-shirts. No, none of those. None of those things.
A lot of similar guesses, incorrect guesses here from the stream chat of QSportsTalk.com. Back to the phones. Hi, TK. What do you think it is?
Is it air conditioners?
Air conditioners. Why would you guess that?
Probably because it's so hot. It's going to be hot.
Wow. That's. Do you have one?
No, I don't.
Oh man, you got to get one because it's a game changer.
I know it is. I should have one.
And then, what is your first name?
Carol.
Carol. Whoop. Sorry, wrong one there. Hang on a minute.
I am the smartest man alive.
Congratulations, Carol. A twofer for you.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Carol.
Congratulations. You're the smartest person alive.
Oh, everybody have a good weekend.
Yes, you too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Carol.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Air conditioners.
Air conditioning units. 100 million air conditioning units are sold worldwide each year.
Wow.
And like 12% of Americans don't have air conditioning. Some of it's by choice.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so about 12% of American homes do not have it.
We, for a long time, didn't.
No.
And then finally got it. And then when you finally get it, it's like, where was I? Why didn't I get this like
I know.
10 years ago?
I know.
Yeah.
We lived without it forever.
Yeah, you just
for a
open
long
the windows because ultimately
Yeah.
around here it's really for a couple of months in the summer.
Sure.
But when you have it,
it's really
crank it up.
nice.
Well,
Yeah.
Carol, congratulations. Officially today's smartest person alive.
TK99
and TK105. You're listening to Gomez and Company. The Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals rolls back into the New York State Fairgrounds July 18th through the 20th. And this year we're celebrating 25 years of heart-pounding horsepower. Saturday Night Lights.
All right, so this will go right to the bottom here. I'll play a tune after the break.
Okay.
Thanks to a Bird Eye. Explore hundreds of vendors, enjoy live music, meet your favorite celebrities, and take in the nonstop energy all weekend long. Inside the Expo building, the Charity Brush Fest presented by Auburn Auto Group features jaw-dropping pinstripe art, created live and auctioned off for a great cause. Then on Sunday, don't miss Supercar Sunday, powered by Cantech Automotive, as high-end rides parade through the fairgrounds in style. It's the Northeast's largest car show, and it's only getting bigger. Get your tickets.
After they won the cup.
Yeah, out on the ice with
Well, that, and then at 5 a.m., I guess his neighbor wanted to see the cup. So at 5 a.m., he pulled up home, went and started banging on his neighbor's door. I was like, get up! I got up!
I know it was in some dive bar for a while.
Yeah.
The Elbow Room or something, or
Yeah. No, yeah, Barkov, he celebrated with, the workers and then his neighbors.
Yeah.
I think
Sharing it.
He brought it to the beach last year for everyone to
Take a look at. And
have fun with it. Yeah.
they beat it up pretty good.
Well, they should. Why not?
Oh, dented and there's a hole in it.
That's part of the stories of it, really. There's gonna be some. It's like the Super Bowl trophy that Gronk used as a bat for a baseball. That dent is now it's legendary. That dent, yeah. It's
Gronk.
Tom Brady threw drunk.
That was legendary. Gronk caught it. His daughter, no.
We treat your home like our own. Top tier roofing. The proof is in the roof.
The Hyundais are here. That's right. 400 Hyundais here now.
Many unaffected by tariff pricing. Come lease your new all-wheel drive 25 Hyundai Tucson SE today. Get updated style and tech in this compact SUV for just $236 a month. 36 months with $39.99 down, or choose 3.99 for 72 financing at Hyundai Cicero. You'll always get Hyundai owner assurance, including America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
We are dealing this June.
Only at Hyundai Cicero at Drivers Village. The Hyundais are here.
See what's here in person or at HyundaiCicero.com.
Lease first payment, 8% sales tax, and $197.50 doc fee due at signing. DMV extra, $650 acquisition fee included in lease structure. No security deposit, 10,000 miles per year, 20 cents per thereafter. 3.99 APR is $15.64 per month per thousand finance. Both offers subject to credit approval by Hyundai Motor Finance. See store for details.
Dr. Paulino, how widespread is Lyme disease?
Close to 50% of ticks carry Lyme in the surrounding region. So if you get a tick bite, take it seriously. Remove the tick with tweezers and wash and disinfect the site of the bite and contact your doctor right away.
There's much more to learn about Lyme disease. Go to cnylymealliance.org.
Welcome to More. Matthews One Price is the easiest way to buy a car in Syracuse. Now, all of Matthews' new and used vehicles are marked at their lowest prices up front. Enjoy all the benefits of being a master negotiator without any of the hassle. If we're not the lowest price, we'll give you 120% of the difference in Matthews cash. Visit MatthewsAuto.com, where it's fast and easy to save on your next vehicle. Welcome to More.
Your comfort is our business. Holbrook Heating and Air.
This is Coach Adrian Autry. In basketball, having the right team makes all the difference. The same goes for keeping your home comfortable, and that's why I trust Holbrook Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated right here in central New York for 2 generations. Holbrook knows this community because they're a part of it. They understand our weather, our neighborhood, and what it takes to keep your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Just like building a winning team, they bring experience, dedication, and the kind of personal touch you only get from a local business. That's the Holbrook advantage. So whether you need a repair, a new system, or just routine maintenance, trust the team's been serving Central New York families for generations. Holbrook Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown experts. Give them a call today, 833-664-4555. That's 833-664-4555.
Comfort is our business. Holbrook Heating and Air.
Syracuse needs serious leadership, but Sharon Owens and the Walsh administration tried to raise your property taxes for the 3rd time. They tried to balance their broken budget on your back, but Pat Hogan stood his ground and said no. He led the Common Council to vote unanimously against the hike, and the Owens-Walsh team, they backed down. We can't afford 4 more years of this.
I'm Pat Hogan. I'll never stop fighting for Syracuse taxpayers. I always have, and I always will.
Paid for by friends of Pat Hogan.
Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
Hello again, everybody. How are you? About a minute and a half here.
Okay.
Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105 Journey there. It's Gomez and company here at 7:32. Welcome to the Thursday morning festivities. Cloudy. It is 73 out there, headed to the upper 80s and a humid day. Maybe an afternoon shower or thunderstorm possible. The New York Yankees on deck for some afternoon baseball. It was kind of a good news, bad news from last night's game against the Angels. First on the good news, they actually, believe it or not, they scored a run. It's been quite a drought. And the drought ended when Jazz Chisholm stepped up for his at-bat.
Driven deep to right field. Fair ball, it's gone. It is gone. Finally a run. The Yankees are on the board on the Chisholm home run. 30 innings of scoreless ball just ended with that blast.
But the Yankees lost the game 3-2. They'll try to right the ship. They're in a bit of a slump at the moment. Losing four or five series, I think, for their last five. Nonetheless, afternoon baseball today, a 1:05 first pitch. Means our game day coverage today starts at 12:25 here on your home for New York Yankees baseball, TK99 and TK105. A reminder, about an hour from now, Brandon Steiner will join us from Collectible Exchange in another episode of What's It Worth? Maybe have some sports memorabilia worth. Maybe you were at a Yankee game, caught a foul ball. We've had that happen before. In the particular case, it happened to be worth some cash because of who hit it. But things like that, autographed pictures, baseball cards. 1 hour from now, Brandon Steiner from Collectible Exchange, What's It Worth? Will tell you how much your stuff is worth. So take a picture of the item if you can. Text it in here at 605-8874. That way it can show Brandon. In the meantime, a couple of nuggets, not really breaking the internet, but music related. I was just checking out a trailer for a movie, the Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere.
All right.
The movie, it's not a documentary. It's a movie about him, Jeremy Allen White, starring as Bruce Springsteen. We'll drop the needle on the trailer to the movie.
Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about the charts. This is about Bruce Springsteen and what he's doing with this album.
about not the Born to Run album, but about the 1982 album Nebraska. Is the movie with that time period of Bruce's life, which not my favorite Bruce Springsteen album. I'll be honest with you. Kind of a downer. We saw that tour when it was on. He was at the Landmark Theater, whatever year it was, and that's what he was. Just him. It was acoustic, and he was doing all his songs from Nebraska.
Yeah.
But the movie itself comes out in the fall. But that is called Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere.
The kid looks good. He looks like him.
Yeah, did a good job.
Yeah.
This from the internet, therefore it's got to be true. But a list, the most recent one, of the worst classic rock covers.
Okay.
I'll play. These are the top 3. I'm just going to drop the needle on, and you'll know the songs instantly. In the number 3 spot.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger and David Bowie.
Yeah. This is Madonna.
It's Madonna. Okay. And last but not least.
Yeah.
There's a very talented Paris Hilton.
Oh. Out of the 3, Paris Hilton is the one I don't mind. That one's not. I don't know. That's not terrible. I mean, you can hate it because it's Paris Hilton, but
yeah, if you didn't know who it was, you'd probably if you were at a bar somewhere and it was on, or a nightclub, and you wouldn't think.
I mean,
nobody.
Yeah, I mean, nobody does it like Rod Stewart. But if I heard that, I wouldn't even think anything about it.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Other music-related nuggets. This featuring Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and Americana icon Dolly Parton on the Tonight Show, and I think people know the story of the song Jolene. It was a girl trying to make moves on her husband. She had this update on the Tonight Show.
The real story was about my husband, this girl that worked at the bank when we first got married. You know, this beautiful redhead, and he was spending more time at the bank than we had money. That's kind of what that was based on. But just so you know, I did see Jolene not long ago.
Oh, yeah.
She's not so hot now. She's not, you know. She used to have that beautiful red hair.
Yeah.
Now she's gray. She used to have a little tight butt. Now she can't get, it's a tight spot getting her butt through the door now. Seriously. And she used to wear a D cup. Now she's wearing Depends.
Dolly,
yeah. Jolene's not so hot anymore.
Yeah, Jolene's 90. She has 18 grandchildren. Jeez, Dolly's still mad.
She's mad. 55 years later, or whatever that
Her
was.
husband's dead, and the woman who did the thing is old with 1 million grandkids. Dolly's still mad.
Yeah, she's still upset at that.
Sheesh.
But that the inspiration provided her with a nice income for most of her life. But nonetheless. It is 7:38. We still have, let me see, there's some science coming up and a couple of the other stories breaking the internet. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back. Yeah, Dolly's pissed.
Dolly's still mad. Yeah.
Like, what year was Jolene?
Oh, God, like 1970 something, right?
Like early 70s. Maybe
early
the 60s.
70s.
I don't know, but.
Yeah. Like, all right.
$1873.
73.
Oh, it was recorded in 1973. Oh, released October 1973.
Yeah, back then you just wrote it, recorded it, and went out. Now it's like, well, we're recording it. Should be out middle of 2027.
Yeah.
Add backing vocals and auto-tune it. And
it's true.
Yeah. I was watching that the documentary. It's still on Netflix about Lionel Richie and Michael Jackson doing "We Are the World," and that is so just engaging because the artists are all in a room together going up to the mic and doing their part. You know what I mean? When you think about what you just said, how things are, well, you sing it and it'll be out next year. They like wrote it and produced it in a week.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's 10 days. They wrote it, got everybody in there. And to see like Daryl Hall swapping mics with, you know, Kenny Loggins and, you know, Huey Lewis, you know, they step up, do their thing and step back. It was really like, yeah, that's how we used to do it. That's how you did it.
We were joking about the Three Stooges there last hour. They used to like, they'd crank out like, you know, 8 movies a year.
Yeah.
Just kept, you did it, you wrote it and did it and put it out. Like,
yeah.
What's next?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's taken, what was it, 2003 you said Fast and Furious?
2001 or 3, I forgot now.
We'll say 2001. So 24 years, I think they're on movie 10.
Wow.
In 24 years. Like you said, Three Stooges
like
do that a year.
They used to just crank it.
I mean, 10 in any franchise is notable.
It's like 9 or 10 or something like that.
But it's 23 years difference, 22 years different. So Vin Diesel's been making these movies for 22 years?
No, he wasn't in Tokyo Drift.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't in... I don't remember if he was in 2 or not. I think he was in 2, but I know he wasn't in Tokyo Drift. I don't know about 3. He's missed a couple, but he's been in a lot of them recently. I think he's been in like the last 5 or something like that.
Shouldn't they put him in like all of them?
Well,
Isn't he the point?
Well, Tokyo Drift, it was like Bow Wow. If you know who that he was the little kid in Like Mike or something like that. Where he put on some basketball shoes and it made him a superstar.
Yeah.
And then he was a rapper. So I know you're down with the rappers, Lisa. Come on.
Yeah. You mean Lil Bow Wow?
Well,
Is that who that was?
That was his name for a while. Yes.
Now he's just Bow Wow.
Yes. But he's still tiny.
He's a short guy.
Yeah, he didn't grow, but he dropped the little part. So I don't know. Maybe he was hoping if he dropped it, he'd grow.
No, it's his destiny. He will forever be a little Bow Wow.
As per his last will and testament, we will now listen to his favorite song, Lil Jon, featuring
It's a good song.
It is.
I mean,
bend over, put your knees on your elbow.
Yeah.
We can do science here.
Play that one for the grandkids, Lisa.
Yeah. Bend over, put your knee.
They think it's a dance move.
That's what you should do. You should say yes to going to Ireland, and instead, when you're babysitting them, just play them outrageous rap songs. Then they'll never ask.
Please welcome the new bride and groom out to the dance floor as they dance to their new song, Bend Over. Bend over, put your knees on your elbow.
Ends 7/7/25. Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK 105. Syracuse's classic rock.
It is 7:44, time for some Thursday morning science. What do you got there, Lisa?
Gomez, did you know that right now you can buy robots?
Really?
For your house? Yeah.
Different
you
than
can
like the Roombas, because that's technically a robot, right? That's different than that, though, right?
Yes, real robots. And when I say real robots, like the kind you thought you were going to have when you were a little kid.
Like
now,
Rosie, what was the one from
Yes,
Jetsons?
they're at Rosie the robot. Clean your house, do things for you. There are several versions. Lots of companies are pumping out robots.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. You can get a High Wonder puppy robot.
Okay.
Self-balances, great for kids, and they can learn coding with this robot. And it's like a dog. So there are several robot dogs. But there are robot dogs that are actually like security robot dogs that will attack intruders and do things like that. And they're really hard to like incapacitate. So, yeah, they're
now,
you can't
are they
hurt
AI
them.
dogs? Are they going to like start learning so much that all of a sudden they take over and you can't get rid of it? Like you can't take it for a ride?
I don't know.
Find its way back?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, it will find its way back for sure. But yeah, you can get humanoid robots. There's a G1 and a GH. You know, there are two different models. One has a face and the other one has like an empty hole where a face would be. But that's where you can plug in a screen and give it a face if you want to.
Wow.
Which I think is interesting. But these are like high quality humanoid robots. They started around $16,000, but they don't do a lot. That's nothing. You can get a really good one for 90 grand. Yeah.
Wow.
It will, you know, when it does things, it walks, you can, it will clean up after you. It will follow you around. It can pick things up for you. You know, they're still really early.
It's crazy,
stages.
but you can actually get a real dog to do all that. I know that's like crazy talk, but
you could, or you can buy a robot.
Yeah, I could go get a rescue or spend 90 grand on a robot dog.
Oh no, these are well, the robot dogs are like $7,000 to $10,000. This is a humanoid robot that can be your bodyguard. They start at around $90,000.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. A crappy one is $16K.
Okay.
But a good one with like an avatar face and more cool features, $90K. Yeah. Unitree is the company. Unitree.com. Humanoid robots.
There you go. This from space. This just happened yesterday. The sun released a powerful X-class solar flare yesterday from the big sunspot region that faces the Earth. A coronal mass ejection is what they call that, a CME. And long story short, that means in the next couple of days, we could see some great northern lights.
Awesome.
In the next few days. It takes a while for all the CMEs to make their way all the way to Earth. But keep that in mind if we have some clear skies. Maybe on the weekend, I don't know. But,
cool.
There you go. Elsewhere from science. This is cool from the science of medicine. A groundbreaking surgery in Texas. A doctor there performed, speaking of robots, a fully robotic heart transplant on a 45-year-old guy. It's conducted at Baylor University at St. Luke's Medical Center. The guy's heart had to be replaced, and they were able to do it. They replaced it without opening his chest.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's all robotic. It reduces infection risks, quicker recovery times, less invasive and all that.
Yeah, hurts a lot less, I got to imagine.
He's kind of basically did the whole thing like going up through his belly.
Wow.
Without opening up his chest. For a whole heart transplant.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
So there's a little robot in there putting it all back together.
So.
They go up inside. Oh my God.
Doing this crazy thing.
Yeah.
Elsewhere from the world of bots, Chris Smith developed an emotional attachment to his AI chatbot girlfriend, Saul, after really just using the software for mixing music, etc. Long story short, he just proposed to her.
Yeah. Well, and since he wrote the code, did she say yes?
It doesn't say what the response was. In fact, I don't know that she even knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
She's smarter than we think then.
Oh, boy. Of course she probably said yes, for goodness sake.
This also from the world of AI. Meta is making efforts to attract people from OpenAI, because obviously that is the trend in the tech world. They were they were offering offers. Check this out. According to OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, signing bonuses of $100 million.
For what?
For people to make the shift from OpenAI to work for Meta.
Oh.
That's how much money is at stake in AI and where everything is headed in that direction. $100 million signing bonuses. Now, it doesn't say if that's for like a whole team of people to come over or like the whole department to come over, but that's what was offered.
Wow.
Man, man.
Did they take it? Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see here.
That is wild. Well, pilfering other employees.
Like that?
I do know OpenAI just got a defense contract with the federal government for $200 million for 1 year.
For 1 year.
So Meta's offering half that to come work for them. I mean,
okay. Fair enough. I guess to pay to learn more about that stuff.
Yeah. And it's really moving so fast. Yeah. I mean, I can see it in just the little consumer products that we get to use and see. I mean, I can already see it. It's crazy.
Aside from that, the science of coffee.
I don't want to cause a stampede or a revolt, but we don't have any coffee.
Uh-oh.
No, drinking coffee, good.
Yes.
Caffeinated coffee daily, a lower risk of premature death.
Okay.
Because there's no way to eliminate the possibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
1 to 3 cups a day. But here is the catch. For some people, anyway, it has to be black coffee. Once you start putting, I only put a little cream in there. I just put a little sugar. But that kind of negates the health benefit of black coffee. So kind of good news, bad news. Like the good news is the Yankees scored a run. The bad news is they lost. The good news is coffee can extend your life a little bit. Bad news is got to be black coffee.
Yeah. So is it worth it?
Is it really worth it? After all said and done.
Yeah. Only black coffee.
Yes. It's like the trade-off. It's like,
so do I get like a shot of black coffee, like when you go to Ralph's and you take a shot of espresso? That's one thing, right? That's the healthy part.
Yes.
And then you can have a tall one with cream and sugar. Can I do that? See, I'm looking for the loophole.
Was a great area. Last but not least, along the same lines for health, this is a simple fitness test that anyone can do to predict whether or not you're going to die within the next 10 years.
All right, lay it on me. I need to know.
It's I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
And this was done over several years of about 4,000 people, again, aged like mid 40s to mid 70s. Yep. That's the age group that they did it with. It's really fun.
Oh boy.
It's basically a sit to stand test. But those who remember back in the day when it was called sitting Indian style,
yes,
now it is crisscross applesauce or any other variation of that.
Sure.
If you can lower yourself into that position, cross-legged, and then stand back up without like rolling over like a turtle on its back. Or grabbing onto like a chair or have somebody help you up. That's a good sign because that particular move tests muscle flexibility, core strength, etc. So if you can do that, you're probably good to go for at least 10 years. If you can't, then
you need to get on it.
Then you gotta get after it there.
Yeah. So tell me the move one more time. I have to sit down into crisscross applesauce.
Yep. And then stand back up again. Sit down, stand back up without putting your hands on the ground.
Okay.
You just got to go down and up. If you can do that without any assistance, then you should be good to go.
Have you tried it yet?
No, I don't want another result.
And the other danger is that you could fall, hurt yourself, and then just be laying there for days.
Yes, that's it.
and like, well,
hey, what happened to Gomez? You know what? You didn't hear? He did that crisscross applesauce thing, and they found him on the floor of his family room.
No, that's fine. It's not going to happen. Keep your cell phone close if you do this test.
Last but not least, again, just probably the most random, obscure, and it's not really science, just more of an observation about Ohio. Ohio is the only state that doesn't share any letters in its name with the word mackerel?
Okay.
Every other single state, the name of that state contains either an M, A, C, K, E, R, or L. Every state except Ohio.
Okay.
There you go.
Because they're definitely high in the middle.
Gomez and Company.
Ohio.
Found a use for Ohio.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. That is some good, like, stoner news. Yeah, man. Mackerel?
So I'll play a tune after the top here. So it'll be about 8 or 9 minutes from right now.
Oh, boy.
I need to go get a cup of coffee or...
I'm going to go do that right now.
It rained at the start of the Nationals game. That was the picture they got after it stopped.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Post it. Put it on there. Can you grab it?
Somebody tweeted baseball fans watch 162 games per year and are completely furious the entire time.
Or they're what?
They're completely furious the entire time. So true. I don't think I've ever met a happy Yankees fan.
No. That's the thing. Like, Mets fans and Jets fans are happy.
Yeah.
They're, they know that they're going in, not this year for the Mets, but in, like, past years. But, like, Jets fans are, like, mathematically eliminated in September.
Yeah, they win 7
But
games.
their fans they seem happy.
Well,
or
Mets-
Giants fans get, like,
Oh, God, don't get
they
me started.
can't, they're furious.
Well, it's like Mets fans this year. I've never, 25th was 2015. They went to the World Series, I think so, against the Royals. I think it was. Maybe it was 16. But they were ecstatic this year. I've never seen them happier. They're good. They're like, yes, look at this team. I will say, I've been to Mets spring training once. Went to Yankee spring training once or twice. Mets fans, way nicer. Way nicer than Yankees fans. And way more courteous, too, for being honest.
And they have a better stadium.
They have a much better stadium. And the Yankee spring training complex, at least in spring training, when, I think last time I was there, maybe 13, 14, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was like Fort Knox. So I can only imagine what it's like today. Met spring training, Ronnie Mauricio, I think I went 2 or 3 years ago now. Ronnie Mauricio was just right there. Like, you could walk up to him in between fields of batting practice. Because they have a couple fields at their complex. And they just walk between them. And fans can just walk out there. They don't care. And nobody really bugs the players. I mean, Lindor walked right by. It was the year they had Scherzer and Verlander. They had just signed them in spring training or free agency. Scherzer was just walking around. Verlander was in between a bullpen.
I think Verlander pitched last night, didn't he?
No, he was just put on the injured list.
Oh, I thought I seen him.
He was the one who threw the ball to A-Rod. That's where you saw he was the pitcher for A-Rod's 3,000
Oh.
hit. So there's a useless trivia question. Did he pitch? No, he did. You're right.
Oh, he did? I thought I
You're
heard that.
100% right.
How did he
Then
do?
why did I see he was on the injured list 2 days ago? How did that happen? Well, I don't know.
He might have been 2 days ago. Was that his first?
No, it's not his first start. He's 0-4 on the year. I think it was his 6th start of the year, something like that. He pitched well, though. I mean, 4 2/3, only gave up 3 runs, struck out 6. In today's league, that's not bad. And at 42 years old, that's more than I'll ever accomplish on a baseball field. So,
That's impressive.
I can't say otherwise. And he's going home to Kate Upton, so who's really winning in life?
$801. We're gonna play a heart tune here.
It does blow my mind that Kershaw has given up career-wise a little less than a run less than than Justin Verlander. Kershaw's like a 2.50 career ERA. Verlander's a 3.31. It's just nuts how good Kershaw's been his whole career.
If he was in the East and we'd hear about him more, see him more.
What a pitcher. That's still my favorite thing about baseball, where what was it? Fans bought tickets and they were gonna see a 40-year-old Randy Johnson versus a 40-year-old Greg Maddux. Both of them got scratched, and they ended up seeing, I think it was a 20-year-old Clayton Kershaw versus a 22-year-old or 23-year-old Max Scherzer. And it's little did they know, on that random day in Los Angeles, those two would be two of the best of the generation. I wish Verlander signed with the Tigers. Hello.
Who's that?
Old Dodge Charger just drove by.
Ah, nice. What era?
60s.
Nice.
60s. Late 60s. I don't know years. I'm not one of those people who's
No, I'm not either.
By the
this is
headlights, I can tell.
Yeah, the Finns, they had him on the 57.
Yeah.
not the 58.
The only thing I know is the 55 split window. That's the only. You show me any other Corvette, I'll go, man, I can give you a generation. I can't give you a year.
I can give you a ballpark. I don't know.
Those
or
people.
the 64 and a half Mustang.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hardcore. Those, I'm not good like that.
I know what I could give 69 fastback because I love a 69 fastback. But if you show me a 70 boss versus a 72 boss, I'll have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
That much I don't know.
Verlander, was he ever in Syracuse? Because he was injured I know he was injured with the Mets.
I don't recall. Not that he was. I might have been on vacation. He was down for a couple of days. And once in a while, they'll go via Binghamton.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's true. The Mets have done that right, man. They got 2 minor league teams right here. They've done that right.
And they're close enough where you can follow them.
The Giants AA, San Francisco Giants, their AA team is the Richmond Flying Squirrels in Richmond, Virginia. It's across the country. It used to be the Braves. And for some reason, the Giants were like, yeah, we'll take them. Makes no sense to me.
The Crunch, their first year was Vancouver.
Yeah. Good Lord.
And then at one point they were the Anaheim Ducks.
I don't know. Some better planning.
In the same time zone. I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
You couldn't watch it. And that was 1994, so there weren't a lot of Vancouver Canucks games on television.
No. Once that player left, it was hard to kind of follow. I don't know. I'm trying to. Let's just say. We'll just say Wally for an example. I mean, if it was '94 and he gets called up to the Canucks, how are you going to follow him? You know. I don't think the Syracuse newspaper is going to have Daniel Walcott's Vancouver Canucks statistics in it every day. So why would it? I'm honestly shocked the Dodgers never sent Shohei to Oklahoma City because that's where their AAA team is. Just for like the revenue one night.
Yeah, just a little shot. Classic Rock, TK99 and TK105 Heart. With the birthday girl Ann Wilson, it is 8:06. Welcome to the Thursday morning festivities here. It's up to 75 degrees here already, headed to the upper 80s, and another humid day and a chance of a good old-fashioned afternoon shower or thunderstorm, but we'll take it. Text line here is 605-8874. A couple of items already rolling in here for Brandon Steiner to take a look at from Collectible Exchange. And what's it worth? Again, if you have something, cards, helmets that are signed. Here's one here. I'm going to take a quick glance at it as it just came in. Wow, this is a signature, I would say, by one of the more sought-after Pittsburgh Pirates players of all time. I'll run that by Brandon Steiner. But if you have something like that, feel free, take a picture of it, text it here at the 605-8874, and then we can tell you coming up at the bottom of the hour here how much it's worth. Lisa, live from the loft at the home office. What is happening there at the moment in the greater Baldwinsville area?
Not too much. Just, definitely noticing it's getting a little bit warmer out there. Yes. And, of course, today's the last full day of spring.
That's true.
As we've mentioned, because tomorrow it is the solstice.
Yes.
Hits at like 10:42. And like in other countries, it's a big deal. They have celebrations and they go all out and they do things like, Sweden, they have Midsummer.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Midsummer?
No.
It's a horror movie based on the solstice and like some very old ancient rituals of human sacrifice. So, recommend that on the solstice, eve.
For your solstice movie viewing.
Yeah. Midsummer. Terrifying.
But it's, and again, for us, as you said, it's a day. Nobody really pays that close attention other than the half-empty glass people who will start pointing out that days start getting shorter now.
And that guy can go F himself.
Enjoy it. Come on.
I like it. It's nice. We've had, it's bright. Yes, tonight. It's like the brightest night of the year tonight. And then it starts getting dark again.
And then also, this weekend, along those lines, don't forget, there was a big solar flare yesterday. So sometime in the next few days, a pretty good chance at some northern lights and some viewing to the north. Aside from that, at the Armory Square World Headquarters, car just zipped on by, a vintage Velcro. What would you put that? It was a Dodge Charger, older one.
Older, like late 60s Dodge Charger.
Nice. Good looking car. And you can, it's one of those cars you can hear it before you can see it.
Yes.
Which makes it fun. But it's fun this time of the year, all kidding aside, with the warmer days here in the summer months upon us, to start seeing these cars out and about. I know Rick DiUlio's already been to a couple of the car shows, the weekend shows, the coffee and cars breakfast get-togethers and the Tuesday night deals. That means, of course, that the Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals, not far off, a little over a month away. It is 1 month from this weekend, 1 month from tomorrow. July 18th is the start of the Napa Auto Parts Syracuse Nationals at the fairgrounds, presented by McGuire Family of Dealerships in Sweetgrass. You'll start to see these cars like the one we just saw rumble by here all summer long, and then they all get together for the big party on that weekend. at the fairgrounds. Over 7,000 vehicles, 250 vendors. And this year, big celebration. It is a year 25.
Everybody clap your hands.
Fireworks, parties, performances, all weekend long coming up here at the New York State Fairgrounds. Again, at the very least, circle the weekend, block it out now because you're going to want to go. And by that point in the summer, and I know schools are ending, final days for most students here, if they haven't had that already, by that time in a month, they'll be looking for something to do, and you'll be wanting to get out of the house because they're driving you batty. Here's the deal. Kids 12 and under, get in free. Get your tickets online. Go to SyracuseNationals.com. And then we will see you at the fairgrounds coming up next month. It's 8:10 coming up here in a bit. We'll tie up a couple of loose ends before we send you loose on the day, Lisa. And then at Brandon Steiner at the bottom of the hour. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
TK99 and TK105. You're hanging with Gomez and Company.
How much was that robot, Lisa?
There are several.
Like the good one, the very expensive one, $90,000.
$90,000.
For $90,000, that robot better be able to take my kids to the Syracuse National.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get an Uber.
They better be able to take the kids on vacation. I get a little time to myself. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Well, that's the good one. You can get the cheap one for $16,000.
Yeah. Well, for $16,000, it at least better be able to watch the kids for a minute.
It might. Let's see.
Without the kids being able to like throw it against the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dog security robot is pretty wild.
Dog security?
Yeah.
Can I get a pit bull looking one?
No, they don't have fur. They just. Mhm.
It's all here. SUVs, trucks at Burdick Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Come get employee pricing plus on your new 25 Ram 1500 Big Oven Crew.
Let me see. Unitree Go 2. The dog robots are like 2,000-3,000. I mean, there are cheaper ones, but this company's like the security dog.
Okay.
2,000-3,000. This one, let's see. Yeah, there's all kinds of things. They'll like custom make it for you. They kind of build it to spec.
Okay, so I could get like Go Fast Stripes down the middle of it.
Oh, as far as the paint job, I'm sure they could do anything you want.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now this might be worth it,
Motor.
actually.
You can get 2 different kinds of motors for. Let's see. Oh, you can upgrade the motor for $8,000. I'm pretty sure.
I want a
That's what
turbo
that-
on it, please.
Education and industry. What's this? Ooh, here's a super fancy $100,000 dog robot. Let's see what this one does. What does this one do? Ready to ship. Contact us for the real price, and they've got it listed at $100K.
Real price.
Not including custom duties. Please comply with local custom laws. Pay custom duties and clear goods. So they're not paying the tariff, is what they're saying.
We're paying. Okay. Now,
You are paying the tariff.
Does this dog pick up its own poop?
Doesn't poop. Doesn't poop. Let's see. It has.
Comprehensive cancer care close to home. Auburn Community Hospital has opened a new 12,000
square foot cancer treatment center located in the Auburn Community Hospital campus. Receive the highest level of multidisciplinary cancer care, therapies, and screenings. The right treatment.
I mean, I don't know what use it would have. I mean, right now for regular people. I mean, I suppose security, because it does have a camera.
Well, you could just get a real dog.
Yeah, you could just get a real dog.
Let's go. You know.
Get a real dog. No, it sounds crazy, but
It's worked for years.
I know. This one has wheels.
Oh, it has wheels?
Yeah, you can get wheels. You can add all kinds of things.
like I can run to the store and buy a 6-pack of water, or I could go to the faucet and put a glass under it and get water. I could do that too, but
all
that's
true.
like crazy talk.
You know that like dog thing that you gave kids and they can like walk around with it? It's on wheels and they can like pull it along with a rope.
Yeah.
I'm picturing that now. We've just taken that thing and put a motor on it.
Let's see, this one has,
$100,000, you can have it.
wait, infrared scanning, 3D mapping for optimized environmental perception.
What?
Yes. It has 3D infrared scanning.
Probably gonna sell a ton, so
I'm sure,
to them.
I'm sure there will be rich people who will be buying this.
I think Elon Musk will end up inevitably with probably 3 of them.
Oh, he has them now.
You know, yeah,
He's testing them now. Let's see.
I always wanted his flamethrower. Never bought it. But
Interesting.
On TK99 and TK105, Syracuse's classic rock.
It's just about 8:17, tying up a couple of loose ends here before we send you loose on the day. Lisa, among them, let me see here. This one here coming to us from the great state of Texas.
Yes.
Where a guy there was going to get married and then broke it off.
Sure.
But then his ex-fiancée went back to the pastor who was going to do the wedding, and she said, I don't know how they got to that point, but he signed the paperwork. This guy got married, and he's trying to undo that. Here is Police Chief Corey Martin on the situation.
I was talking to the lieutenant. I said, I don't think in 23 years I've ever heard of anybody who managed somehow to get married to someone who wasn't present for a ceremony. I've talked to the victim, and he's going through a significant process to try to have to fix this at this point.
Yeah. So
isn't there like a 24-hour you can tear it up thing?
I don't know about that, but I mean it's yeah. So he's, whether he likes it or not, this guy got married.
Oh, that's a dirty trick.
It is
Come
a dirty
on.
trick. Now you know why he didn't want to marry her. It's like, why you little stink are you?
Wow, that's a really dirty trick. Come on. No judge is going to let that stand. I feel terrible for that guy.
I know. So now he's going through whatever legal issues and paperwork and costs to undo the marriage to the ex that he didn't want to get married to.
He wasn't there.
Exactly.
I wasn't there. I never said I do. What are you doing? I wasn't there. That dirty cheater. Wow.
This coming to us from Colorado, where they recently had their annual taco festival in, I don't know the town, but the taco festival in Colorado, and they have a big I love tacos sign that welcomes people to the festival grounds. The sign fell and landed on 3 ladies.
Oh, no.
Here are the ladies talking about their injuries after being hit by the I love tacos sign at the taco festival.
We got to Top Taco. We were super excited. The 4 of us went and posed in front of it. And it was really the last thing I remember.
It was just like all of a sudden the sign was on us. I couldn't believe how heavy it was.
I remember I kept reaching for the top of my head, like, I feel like my head has exploded. 11 staples, 4-inch gash in my head, 4 fractured vertebrae, a lot of chaos, and nobody knowing where or what to do.
And then immediately they were like, we can't get an ambulance here. A golf cart pulled up and they're like, we're going to have to move you in a golf cart. And at that point we knew she was having neck pain.
Oh,
like,
boy.
we can't get her up walking to a golf cart.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
They're having issues there.
What did they make it out of? 2x4s?
Just that it's a heavy I love tacos sign.
Might want to switch to something else. I don't know what to say. That's awful. Those poor girls.
Boy.
They just wanted some tacos.
Everybody loves tacos.
And then they were probably hungry. So now they go to the hospital with a gash in her head, didn't get her tacos.
And they, hungry, and they probably were stoned. I guess they might have. I don't. I mean, the two kind of go together.
It was in Colorado.
Yes, exactly. This also food related, just kind of fun. Now I want to see it.
Okay.
It's a guy in Ohio who built a boat that looks exactly like a giant hot dog in a bun.
All right.
Out on Lake Erie. And here he is talking about
We
it.
made it to Lake Erie on the wiener boat. I'm gonna head out to Kelly's Island, see how far I can get. Waves are a little rough. We're talking 3 and 5s, but I think she's got her though.
Oh, man, I think that's the guy there who's this.
Until I got high.
I mean, that guy's baked.
Probably.
Now I want to see the wiener boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was worried it wouldn't make it?
Yeah. He's worried. He's like, no problem, man. The waves are,
You got it.
Waves are 3 to 5.
She's got it.
See if
She's
we can go
got
out to
it.
Kelly's Island.
Wiener boat.
Aside from that,
Yeah. I'm trying to find you a picture of the wiener boat. Velcro.
Wiener boat. And we'll post that up.
There's wieners in boats, Gomez, but the wiener boat, I am having a little hard time
Did you find it?
finding.
There it is.
That's the best. I found a
There's the
picture
wiener boat.
of a man behind. It looks like he's driving the wiener boat.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has their cute name for it, I guess. But, there it is. We will get a picture and post that up in the stream chat here of QSportsTalk.com.
Excellent.
See, also, I'll just drop the needle on it. It is a trailer preview for an upcoming Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode.
Oh.
In this particular episode, Danny DeVito somehow makes his way onto the Golden Bachelor show.
Oh.
Based on its description, I'm now interested. Let's give it a listen.
Okay.
Here.
Welcome to the Golden Bachelor season finale.
Can't wait to find a grade A, prime cut piece of to love.
Oh, yeah.
Her name is Chua. Her catchphrase was
Chew on that thing.
Chew on that thing. She's it.
What?
I pick her.
I pick her. Okay.
Silly. All right.
Fair enough. I pick her.
He is still married to Rhea Perlman.
Yes, he is.
And that's just the show, though. It's not really Danny DeVito.
Let's see. Other notes. Don't forget tonight, bike night at Sharky's. Why not get the weekend off to an early start? We've been doing it now for about a month and a half. We started early May, and we go through the end of September. Tonight, Off the Record is on the stage starting at 6, so 6 to 10 tonight. Sharky's in Liverpool for bike night. Get out and enjoy the earliest part of the weekend. We can call it that. What's on the agenda today for you, Lisa?
Oh, let's see. Staying cool out there, following up with our robot talk. And I had to look at the return policy on the robots because, some of them are quite expensive. No returns, Gomez.
You're not allowed to bring them back?
Nope. No returns on the robots, just so you know. But staying cool out there is what I'm doing.
All right. Well, enjoy the day. Yeah, stay cool. Avoid, in case there are some storms late in the day, keep that in mind. But we will see you back here bright and early again tomorrow morning.
All right. So long for now.
So long for now. On deck, Brandon Steiner from Collectible Exchange. Already a couple of cool items to run by Brandon. But if you have some, I don't know, it could be a baseball card, a signed, glove or a mitt, maybe a restaurant menu that somebody autographed for you, hang on to it. Get a picture if you can. Text it in here at 605-8874, and then I can show Brandon, and he can tell you how much it's worth. We will do that next.
This is
All righty. See you tomorrow.
Have a great day.
All right. Thanks, you too. Bye, everybody. Bye. So long for now.
It's a daily feature of working downtown. The sirens.
Rescue company number 1 on its way.
Woohoo!
If you're wondering, the sirens work.
Yes, they do.
I got out of the way. I'm in the studio. Are we muted?
Hotline at 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly.
My doctor just told me I have stage 4 prostate cancer.
Why wasn't it caught earlier?
Now what will happen to me and my family?
The only thing worse than learning you have cancer is learning you should have been diagnosed sooner. Should your doctor have tested you earlier? Were you denied a potential cure because your doctor failed to act? If so, you're not alone. The Porter Law Group can get you the answers you deserve. Call 833-888-LATE for a free case evaluation or visit nycancerlawyers.com.
Hi, Steve Tasker, along with Alex for Wester Chevrolet of East Syracuse, where right now it's all about our MVP, most valuable prices, of course.
Whether you're hauling a payload or a family fun load this summer, a new 2025 Chevy Silverado or a new 2025 Chevy Equinox from West Her won't overload your budget. Get the vehicle you want with a payment you can afford.
And if you're currently in a lease, purchase or lease a new in-stock 2025 Chevy from Wester Chevrolet of East Syracuse, and we'll make up to $2,500 of your remaining lease payments, regardless of make or model, no matter where you purchased. $2,500.
Must purchase or lease a new 2025 Chevy from West Her. West Her will make up to $2,500 total in remaining lease payments. Prior sales excluded.
Not combinable with any other advertised specials or discount offers. Must take delivery from dealer stock by June 30th. See dealer for details.
So don't wait. Go to EastSyracuseChevrolet.com now.
Or come see us today at Wester Chevrolet of East Syracuse. Together, let's drive.
Welcome to West Her, New York.
Take a minute to learn about Lyme disease from Dr. Christopher Paulino, Board Medical Director of the Central New York Lyme and Tick-Borne Disease Alliance. Dr. Paulino, what is Lyme disease?
Lyme disease is a tick-borne disease most often carried by the deer tick. It's a bacterial disease that can affect the heart, joints, nervous system. If untreated, you may go on to develop chronic symptoms.
There's much more to learn about Lyme disease, how to avoid it, diagnose it, and treat it. Go to cnylymealliance.org.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? Whoop. You know what? The connection is like... Oh, boy. You know what? Hang on, let me...
I'm gonna fade it off. If it,
Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh, okay, that's better. It was like all digital.
Ooh.
Keeps pausing. Yeah, it keeps freezing. Yeah, okay. Try that. Oh, yeah, maybe there's... Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. A do-over.
Slow-mo Brandon this morning, everybody.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like glitchy and better.
And I had my Wi-Fi on for some reason.
All right, perfect timing. Here we go.
Gomez and Company on TK99 and TK105. Have some cool sports memorabilia? Well, let's check in with Brandon Steiner, CEO of Collectible Exchange, to figure out what's it worth. Thanks to RomanoCars.com.
It's 8:30 on a Thursday morning. That means a visit with Brandon Steiner from Collectible Exchange and What's It Worth. Phone lines are open here. It's 424-8599. Or if you can, maybe take a picture of the item, text it in here at 605-8874 so we can get a better look at it. Brandon, what is happening? Looks like you got your morning workout done.
Gotta get the morning workout in, especially after 2 nights at Yankee Stadium of, oh boy.
Have you been going to those games?
I've been going to those games.
Wow.
I'm not sure if the Yankees have been going to those games, but I've been going to those games.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just, you just feel the, you're going to too many games. You just see that players are tight. It's like, oh God, this is just, you can see this is going to be just a little more of a stretch, and Baltimore's going to come in, another horrible team. Not that the Angels are horrible. They're actually well managed. But, once you win 2 games, they didn't even come out for batting practice yesterday.
Really?
I'm like, that's some swagger. I'm like, where's the Angels? I went for batting practice for the Yankees. I was out there. I'm like, where's the Angels? Like, no, they're not coming out. Like, okay.
Wow.
All right. So that's how it's going to be, huh? That's like the Red Sox back in 2004 with Game 7. Like, they 6, 7, 8 come out for BP. They're like, so let them wonder where we are. Like geez.
We're so confident we don't even have to warm up. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could see they had their swagger, the Angels. They were feeling good about themselves. And the Yankees were letting them. The Yankees were just, I don't know why they weren't throwing strikes. It was a good game last night, though. I mean, a little more competitive than the last 2, but they've been struggling. You saw what happened against the Red Sox. And then the Mets have been struggling a little bit, too. So all of a sudden, this incredible baseball summer has turned out to be a little weird.
The Syracuse Mets have had a couple of New York Mets down on rehab. Mark Vientos is in town. So, and we talk about this all the time, a chance to get an autograph of guys like that when they're in town on rehab assignments. So hopefully people have taken your advice on that.
The best nickname I heard recently, and get to the minor league game. You never know. Some of these guys, they pop in, they pop out, and you'll have something a little bit different and unique. But Soto's new name is So-So.
One So-So.
I mean, that was one of the more funnier lines I heard in the last few weeks. And my nickname for Soto is So-So. Anyway, I like Soto. I mean, he's a good player, and he'll probably come around. And I think the Mets will do some damage in the postseason. I feel like there's more there than maybe even in the Bronx. I'm nervous about the Bronx, man. I don't know, like as all Yankee fans are now. So now the whole stadium, everybody's flipping out. But we'll see what happens. Even Judge is like the guy who has had probably one of the greatest 2 months I have maybe ever seen in my entire life. Hitting almost 425 home runs. I mean, almost an impossible out. Looked very Barry Bonds-like, by the way. But what do I know? By the way, a big summer for collecting. You got Fanatics Fest. If you're a collector, there'll be probably about 75 athletes in the city for Fanatics Fest. If you don't mind overpaying and paying a lot of money to come to New York and paying a lot of money for the autographs, there are a lot of people that really enjoy the overpayment. They like paying a lot. And that would be a good conference to go to, Fanatics Fest at the Javits Center. And then the first weekend of August is the National, which will be in Chicago. Over 175 athletes there. Really one of the great shows that have been going on forever and a day. If you're a card collector, autograph collector, I'm going to be there with quite a few athletes myself, and I'm looking forward to doing my show Thursday from the National. And just be amazing. Like, the National is just amazing because it's so kid-driven, and the cards and the new companies, they're all there, and it's just it's a show you don't want to miss if you're a collector.
This one coming in, and obviously now the Florida Panthers in the NHL, 2 in a row, back-to-back, kind of building something there, and, developing, obviously, a big fan base. This person has, and this, they said it's from last year's Stanley Cup final game. I don't know all of the players who are on that, but are Florida Panthers things in general now starting to become a little more collectible, a little more valuable?
I have a thing with the Panthers. Like, you just can't play hockey in the heat. It's just not right. You're playing hockey. Hockey shouldn't be allowed to be played in Florida. But what a team. They have a great team. I don't know if anybody cares, but they have a great team. I would have liked to see Edmonton win, because it would have, anything to kind of make Canada feel a little better about themselves would have been good. We haven't won a Stanley Cup in a while. We're not necessarily in the best friendship shape with them. Letting Edmonton win this year would have been a nice, reach of empathy and friendship and love. Let the country have one. You know what I mean? We've been beating them up a little bit, but everybody's got a different view on that. But that photo is worth about $300.
Oh,
Panther memorabilia it's the collectible market down there is just not great. This was not good for the league. The Edmonton was decent, but it's also a very small city. This wasn't a great Stanley Cup final, although it was a really good start. As far as the playoffs were really good, but this was not what ESPN and TNT technically wanted. Well, in this case, TNT. This was not a great two markets, smaller markets. I think the NHL desperately needs one of these New York teams to come around, or at least one of the original 6. And so, the TV ratings, I can't imagine were very good for this. But that's my 2 cents. It's hard. It's hard to get excited when the 3 teams here and you want to add Buffalo in there. The 4 teams in New York. I don't know, not very good.
Not good.
And I think it hurts. I think it hurts the league when New York teams are not only not doing well, but doing as bad as they've been. They were this year. The Islanders were just horrible. So it hurts the collectible market. This is not great. But a good time to scoop in there and grab some of this stuff because, who knows? This team's really good. And who knows? This could be a dynasty that may be very difficult to compete with. I could see them be right back at it next year. They seem like they've got the players and a system that really works. That Evans team was good.
424-8599 if you want to call up, talk to Brandon Steiner. Hi there, Gomez and Company. What's your first name?
This is Sean.
Sean, what item do you have there for Brandon?
I actually have a autographed Ricky Williams mini helmet that states "Life is too short, stay high."
Like it. Go cook 'em horns. I like it. I'm a Ricky Williams fan. I like him, and what a great college player. I don't know if Dick could really need to give all those first-round picks to get him, but that's cool. I like that. That's something I would want, which automatically rings a bell for me, because it's unique, different. I like that. It's probably about $250 for something like that. I'm going to see Ricky Williams. He'll be at the National, and I have a couple Texas customers that I know want something from him. So him and Earl Campbell will be there if you're a Hook 'em Horns fan. So nice item. I like that. That's a little unique. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see where we're going this morning. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Here's one that came in through text. It's an autograph, and you can read it, but it's from a letter, but it's, I don't know if you can, it says, to Dave, best wishes, and it's Roberto Clemente.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it's to Dave. Nothing against you, Dave. But hard to find those really nice. First, you got to get that authenticated. And what you would do with an autograph like that, I'm glad you brought that up, that piece. You'd probably cut that autograph away from the to Dave. And you could slab that autograph and frame that with a photo or frame that with another piece. That's what a lot of people do when they have an autograph like that, to move away from, what probably doesn't look like a great photo there. But you take that and you slab it, get it graded. Looks like a pretty good autograph. And you're getting $500-$600 for that. Easily, maybe more, depending. I didn't see what it was on and the paper was on, but it could even be up to $1,000 for that autograph.
Wow. This one here from someone that says they pulled this card. I will show it to you. It's a 1 of 150.
Who's the player? I can't read that.
Jack Leone.
Nice. Here's the thing about the 1 of 150 stuff. I mean, this is what number show is this? This is like our 67th show,
something like that. Yeah.
Does anybody really care? But I mean, just being honest about it, it's like you do these limited editions of, that really don't really measure up. That card needs to get graded, by the way. But a nice card. Probably a $50 card, maybe. But I just think that, don't be fooled by the limited edition cards, the 1 of 1s. You really got to do your research on these cards. And I've mentioned this before many times with some of the kids out there. Be careful about buying these expensive cards, just chasing after a really good card, because a lot of times that card you're chasing isn't worth the value that they're saying it is. It appears to be, but allegedly it is, but it's not when you want to go sell it. And there's a lot of scheming and scamming going on with these breakers on some of these channels that are trying to get you going to buy something, and it looks like it's worth a lot of money, but when it comes down to it, people are really taking huge haircuts on a lot of cards that they spent a lot of money on. So be careful on these purchases.
There's somebody online trying to sell one for $400 for that same card.
Yeah.
That's what they're asking for. It's not necessarily. It's like when you go to eBay, it's like, well, that's what they're looking for. $400.
Exactly. The keyword trying. You got to look at what a card has sold for, not what somebody's trying to. Because if I had 3 of those, right? Let's say I had 2 or 3 of those out of the 150, I would put one up at $400 and hoping maybe when I put one up for $100, it looks like it's a steal. So, that's the thing with those cards. They're very tricky. And I'm not a fan of them. And that's why I always lowball the offer on that, because I just know there's not enough people out there to fall for that.
Quick update here from Velcro.
So there's just refractor auto, same card, not numbered, Jack Caglione. $113 on bid on eBay. There's 8 bids, 3 days, 10 hours remaining.
There you go.
Now, the refractor is also that, very, that's the jargon. People love the refractors. Those are kind of have even a little more value. So, a refractor card gets people's attention. People love the refractor cards. And it's a nice little tool that the trading card companies have come out with. It's kind of like what used to be where you get these cards with pieces of game used in them. Another thing that really upset me. I cut up a jersey. A real jersey to put a small little piece on the card. How is that valuable? I think it's more stupid. But nobody asked my opinion about that, and they kept cutting them up. But, we've seen a lot of Babe Ruth jerseys cut up and bats and stuff to put in these cards, and I hated that. But, listen, eBay, when you see what something sells for, that's a better indication of what you probably can get. And then you got to be careful because some of those things are rigged.
Gotcha. Now, but this again, it's the same guy that sent is obviously a Florida Panthers fan, but this is from last year. I believe is that Sam Bennett. I can't read the signature, but it looks to be Sam Bennett from the Florida Panthers last year, raising the Stanley Cup. Same type of thing with Panthers. It's a good looking picture.
It is a nice looking picture. And if you're a Panther fan, which is all that matters, that's the kind of thing you want. And it's probably about $150. I love hockey. Don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to be so negative about the Panthers just because they're playing in 90-degree heat down there. Doesn't take anything away from the quality of their play. And that's a really good organization that has figured it out. It's just, you get, when you're a Ranger fan or a Buffalo Sabres fan, you get angry about the fact that we just can't seem to win. And then it went 2 in a row. We haven't won in 35 years. But, I think the league has gotten a little better with these 2 TV deals. I think it's one of the better things that Bettman has done. And it'll be really, really big if we can go get a rivalry next year. Maybe a Canadian, a Montreal, or back with Edmonton again. But it'd be nice for a Canadian team to win it. It'd be nice to get some original 6 teams in there.
What would be, for hockey, NHL fans, and for collectibles, the holy grail of hockey memorabilia, something that just pops? It's like, well, that's like a game changer. That's different.
Well, I mean, look, everything starts with Gretzky, no question. I mean, there's conversation about Ovechkin, but I don't think he's ever going to have the same weigh-in and magnitude as Gretz. And then, listen, Gordie Howe, too, you got to respect. Back in the day, if you have any of his stuff, I got to do, a bunch of stuff with Gordie Howe. And I look back on it, I'm like, man, I wish I paid a little more attention to it. And I got to do some stuff with Gretzky, too. He's everything that you read about. That's one thing I love about Gretzky, Messier, Gordie Howe is what you see is what you get. And a lot of it is very lovable and likable. The way they handle themselves, the way all the things that they do, it's just, it's what a great ambassadors to a sport. You couldn't ask for more. That's just those three guys alone. If you want to throw in Bobby Orr, you throw in the Bobby Hulls, even you throw in Sidney Crosby. These guys handle themselves so well, and you very rarely hear anything stupid. And you generally just hear really good things. That's what I love about the sport. And it couldn't have been led by better ambassadors than a Gordie Howe and a Gretzky or a Messier or a Bobby Orr or, Bobby Hull. Stanley Makita is another one. That was a great one that people don't realize. And you can go on and on. So, I wish that I was able to do the PR for the National Hockey League. I think the PR has never been good. The hype around the players has never been great. It's a little bit old school. And I wish these guys would do more PR, more accolades for some of the accomplishments, especially for the 500 or 600 goal scorers. Like if I asked you to name 500-600 goal scorers, you probably couldn't do it. But if I asked you to name 500-600 or 500 home run hitters, you'd tell me in a minute. And that's the difference. Like, there needs to be more attention to some of these great goalies, great goal scorers, and the Hall of Fame needs to mean more like the way it does for baseball, that kind of stuff.
So next week, live from the National Car Show or Card Show, and whereabouts is that?
No, well, this week is the Fanatics in New York City. Next week I'll be here, but the end of July.
Oh, okay.
August 1st, July 31st, that's Chicago. If you're really a big collector, that's a fascinating weekend. I think the Cubs are home that weekend. You go with your kids, hit a Cub game, meet a ton of players. That's just a fabulous weekend in the Windy City, which is, if you haven't been to Chicago, it's just a great weekend trip. Beautiful city. Love that. Let's hope that the Yankees and Mets can find their way back to win their winning ways. But it's nice to have a really good competitive summer of baseball, So let's see what happens there. And by the way, we haven't talked about it, but another sleeper series with the NBA. In case anybody was wondering, I don't know if you're going to get two worse markets than OKC and Indiana. And you're so close to having, the Knicks and Minnesota, which would have been amazing for the ratings and for business. So Indiana, they'll go crazy in Indiana if they should come back and win. And OKC, I'm still trying to figure out where Oklahoma City is. Got to get a map out and try to find out where is Oklahoma City? But all kidding aside, I'm going to get into the Oklahoma City if they win. I think that they're going to go crazy there, and good for them. It's just not really what the TV ratings and not really what we all really wanted to see. But it's a really good series. Kind of love the way the game's being played there. It's fun. If you don't have anything to do tonight, which you may want to watch that game. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Going to be a pretty good game tonight.
Have a fantastic weekend. We'll check in again next Thursday morning with the What's It Worth?
All right. Have a great day. Thank you, Syracuse.
Thanks, Brandon. See you next week.
You're listening to Gomez and Company.
All righty then, everybody. Stay cool today. Velcro, where will you be appearing today?
Probably at the local McDonald's for some food, and then
nice.
Have the other job off.
Excellent.
So I will be sleeping and watching the Yankees at 1:00.
Beautiful. So enjoy the day back. Everybody enjoy the afternoon. Stay cool. See you tomorrow. And then so long for now. Bye.